Welcome back to this week's episode of the Seatown Podcast, where Seattle business owners, entrepreneurs, and community leaders share their stories with us. I'm your host, Christian Harris. As an owner of an indie real estate brokerage here in Seattle, I'm naturally interested in getting to know other local small business owners and organizations to help cultivate a flourishing culture for the businesses that play such a large part in shaping the flavor and character of the neighborhoods that we love so much. So join me as we talk with these fascinating people and explore their stories and why they started their businesses, run a nonprofit, or otherwise are making an impact in the Seattle area. Well, Meghan and Malika, thank you very much for joining us today for our next episode of the Seatown Podcast.
Thank you so much for having us, Christian.
Excited to be here. Our very first.
We're podcast virgins.
Thank you for having us and letting us do this. It's
It
going to be really exciting.
It means a lot to us.
My pleasure. So Meghan, we met actually at West Seattle Chamber event where you were brought in as the Instagram guru to teach all of us, old folk how to use the interwebs.
Which actually blew my mind when our friend Wendy, who runs Content Planning 101, she approached us and said, hey, we have a group of chamber people that would like just a little very vague, brief, basic view on how Instagram can help some of our fellow small business owners in West Seattle. So it was really fun. It was really, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. It was a little bit more towards the middle. We've only been doing West Seattle Vibes for 1 year. So I was a little bit nervous to speak with people about it. But boy, I will say it was almost like speed dating, but it was speed networking or speed trying to gain some tools to help your small business.
Well, in your outline, I wasn't able to make it, but when I got to see her outline and what she covered, I was like, that's legit. Like what you gave and the tools that you gave and the takeaways with your little outline you did, I was that's a big deal. Because honestly, like Instagram really is covering basics, like starting really basic, covering the top 5 things and then growing and building from there, like not overwhelming yourself with thinking that you have to do a million things. It's really about picking 5 things and doing those really well, and then just growing your followers. So what you gave was exactly what beginners needed.
Well, thank you. It's I would love to do that sort of thing again, especially just in the time, that was in October, I think. Just in the time from October to now, I'm like, I have so much more stuff I could share with people, or,
She teaches me stuff, and I'm on Instagram all the time with Lika Love, and so I'm always just like doing the same thing, so she teaches me new things, and I'm like, wait, what? How'd you figure that out? Like, that's cool. Thank you.
You taught me quite a bit, too. We
teach each other.
We do.
For the small business crowd, I think, basics are overwhelming for a lot of people. So
yes.
I'm sure you guys are pretty advanced. But so it's just a little introduction, like how we met. But tell us a little bit more about West Seattle Vibes and what that is.
Well, we started West Seattle Vibes March 28th, 2017.
Almost a year ago.
Almost a year, which we've talked about doing a little 1 year party somewhere where
a little celebration.
Yeah, we pour some rosé or something like that, since we're approaching springtime and we just love summertime. Is West Seattle Vibes time to sort of flourish. Right now we're in a little bit of somewhat of a hibernation in the way of just being out and about. But West Seattle Vibes is a really special new type of neighborhood Instagram page that we developed just based on our sheer love and enthusiasm for this neighborhood.
Yep.
We both have lived and worked in this neighborhood a really long time, and we have a very similar way of expressing our love for the businesses in the neighborhood.
And enthusiasm.
Yeah, and positive vibes.
People connect to.
It's so true.
We like to inspire people.
We do. We just want to trot around the neighborhood, basically shine our light out, and promote and share our favorite small businesses' stories, which I think people identify with so much. Our main thing is to just go around to all of our favorite businesses, whether they be restaurants, whether they be boutiques or
coffee shops,
really anything in the neighborhood that is our favorite. We like to go there and to share some small videos. Instagram stories is our main source of kind of our main platform.
Yeah. Stories and live videos.
Live
for
videos,
sure.
like the one we're doing we've got multiple videos going on and multiple podcasts, which is like, we're right at home with that.
I know. Having
So-
this mic in front of us is so cool.
It's dreamy. So yeah, we're just here helping businesses. We're not officially a not-for-profit. We've never filled out any kind of not-for-profit paperwork, but we technically are not-for-profit in this current state.
We're building.
We're building up to that, and we're building organically so that we stay authentic to who we are and to our message, which is supporting small businesses.
Yeah, and
the
making
neighborhood.
sure that we're having fun,
Yes.
that we're having a really good time, that we're not putting pressure on each other
Yeah.
of what West Seattle Vibes is going to be. Like, we are really just doing what we enjoy doing, which is being together.
Yep.
Going and supporting the neighborhood, finding really cool things that we love and that we connect to, and then we want to share it with our followers.
Yes.
Because what we've learned is the more love that we show and the more excitement and the more enthusiasm, people are like, I really want to go try that place out. I really want to go check out, what was that drink you had? Or where's that place that you were the other night? I want to go eat the food. Or like,
My
anytime
husband
we
and I
post
are going
about-
on a date.
Totally.
Where should we go to dinner tonight? We get DMs all the time on requests on what's your favorite nail shop in the neighborhood?
Yeah,
What's
like
your
people
favorite?
come to us for sure for ideas of like what to do and where to go. And I think the biggest thing really is we're just gonna have fun and we're gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna make sure that our followers are having fun and enjoying it. And we're excited for spring and summer. We were
Yep.
talking earlier of how that time of year last year was when we were just like full blown out, hanging out, drinking,
yeah.
eating.
Oh.
Because when the sun comes out, I mean, you know how Seattle is. We all come out
When
of
the s-
hibernation.
yeah. Yep.
We're rosé all day. Like, that is exactly what we want to do. We're watching sunsets together. I mean, it's just a dream come true.
Yeah.
And we're excited.
Yep, we
Spring
are.
and summer, let's do this.
And we have new ideas all the time on what kind of different avenues we can take when it comes to providing our followers with the content that lifts them up and makes them feel good and makes them go, gosh, I'm so lucky to live in West Seattle because look at all the wonderful things it has to offer. We're just basically reminding all the people, the brand new people that have moved here, which is a lot, but also the people that have lived here a really long time. And they're getting used to all of the growth and change. We're trying to help both parties get their bearings of the new West Seattle. Because let's not get it twisted. It is a new West Seattle that we're living in.
It is. And also, like, so with all the new businesses and all the places opening, even the community that's been here for a long time, we're even opening their eyes to like cool new places that they've never been, because we all just get in the same rut of going to the same places, ordering the same things, having the same drinks. And so for us, we're like, hey, this new cocktail bar opened. Everyone should go check it out, new and old. No matter how long you've been part of the West Seattle community, there is this cool place that you need to check out. And then the businesses are super excited about it too.
Yep.
They're like, what are you guys doing? Like, we just pull out our tripod and put a phone on it. And they're like, wait, who are you guys?
Yeah.
What are you guys up to?
Yeah.
And then it just starts this great conversation. And we're like, hey, here's what we're doing. We would love to spread the word about your business. Slip into our DM. We
Yep.
can go from there. And
Yep.
it's just been this cool, like, building foundation that I don't even think we expected to grow so
So-
organically and so
Yep.
quickly in the way that it has. But it's just a sure sign that West Seattle community is so tight and so supportive, and they want to stay in their neighborhood and they want to spend their money here. And so it's really cool that help just keep building from that foundation that's already here.
Well said. My goodness, yes. Those are all of the reasons why we do what we do. And I just feel really lucky to speak so confidently about it now as well, because in the beginning, people were like, wait a second, like, wait, what are you? And
We
who
were
are you?
flailing.
We were like, and then of course, at the minute that someone would give me any kind of judgment in their tone, I would then go, oh my God, what are we doing? Wait a second, what is this? So we feel now much more confident.
Well, and our friends and family have really been the ones that have said, you guys are this is what you're doing, because they support us. And
They
we're
do.
like, oh, you're right. We are doing that. Thank you for the reminder that we're doing a really big thing for the community. And like when someone said we're direct marketing, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, you're right. We actually are direct marketing for these small businesses, but we couldn't figure out the way to explain it because we were just like, I don't know, we're just doing what we're doing. Follow us.
Neighborhood
Watch what we're
influencer?
Doing. Yeah, that was a really
one.
good one too. That was really exciting to hear.
I was like, influencer? Yeah. I was like, blogger with no blog? What we
We're
can't really
blogging.
say. Malika has a little mini blog for Lika Love that you have been dabbling in.
I have. It's really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Talk about frightening. Like, I can sit and talk all day, but the second you tell me to write a paragraph, I'm like, I like totally freeze, and then I'll sit and stare at the computer for an hour, and it's actually really stressful. But what I've been doing lately that is really cool is that I'll do a video and just talk about what I want to talk about. And then I take all of the language that I used in the video and then I put it into words. Sorry,
That's a great
I didn't tell you.
idea.
I didn't mean to hide that from you.
Oh, girl,
I should have told you.
tactic.
But because I'm like, I can freely, comfortably talk. Sure. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start doing like a few videos and stories about what I want to talk about in my blog. And then just take it and format it into a couple paragraphs, put in some photos, and call it a
your
day.
verbiage.
Translating my verbiage in the best way possible.
I think that's so great and so smart. Way to go, girl.
Thank you. Strategies. Let's figure them all out together.
So true. That's awesome. I mean, West Seattle Vibes is obviously becoming, a go-to source for, people that live in West Seattle and whatnot. So it kind of sounds like right now it's basically like a side project, a hobby, basically just you guys documenting what you already love doing in your free time.
Yes, exactly.
You kind of hinted at it. Do you think that the trajectory is like eventually a business or monetizing it? Or?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think the amount of energy and time that we put into it, I mean, at some point, yes, you would love to keep the motivation and keep the momentum going, and actually being able to monetize it would be our dream come true.
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely. And if it starts out in a way where we put out a small press kit with maybe package A, B, and C, offering businesses a certain type or a certain amount of advertising for them.
Right, like here's what you get. You pick A, B, or C, and then this is what we'll do for you.
Yeah, down the road. And I also feel like every week or every month, small neighborhoods like West Seattle are getting a little bit more comfortable with social media marketing and using social media, small neighborhood influencers like us, to promote their business and I don't think that small businesses are quite willing to fork it out financially for us yet, but there's plenty of time for that in the future.
Well, and we're also happy too right now if someone's like, hey, come in and have dinner and drinks on us and talk about it. Like, because we honestly, I mean, when we go out, it costs to eat and drink. And so if someone said to us, like, come to our opening or come and check out our new menu, like, we're all over that. We're like, yes, please. We'll be there. Just tell us when to show up.
2 seconds.
And I think the biggest thing too with monetizing our business or monetizing West Seattle Vibes is feeling a little bit of pressure that if we do start to monetize, that we might have to not have as much fun. Or do you know what I mean?
Like, we might set up, become bot.
It might become more of like that like business feel, where I think for her and I, we're just like having so much fun that the thought of like monetizing puts a little bit of pressure of like, you have to show up 110%. You can't just show up and say like, oh my God, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm drinking, I'm eating. And you can, because people connect to that. But when another business is paying you and saying like, this is what we need from you, I mean, we want to give 110%. So we're not going to take anyone's money until we feel like we can show up and give them exactly what they're looking for.
Yep.
And then to help them in the long run, because they're trying to grow their brand and their business as well. So I think for us, like the monetization is going to be a little bit further down the line.
Yeah. And I feel like we're just honestly too waiting for West Seattle businesses to grow into social media a little bit in the way of allowing us to be the type of advertising that they want to dabble in.
Yeah.
So we are here when you're ready, West Seattle. We are here for you.
We got your back.
We just want to champion you so hard.
There's so many cool places in the neighborhood. So many old, like, goodies and all these new cool places going
Yep.
in, all the apartments with the retail below and the rooftop decks. I mean, we're like becoming a downtown feel of the city, and I couldn't be more excited. I love the old West Seattle, but I'm also really excited about the new West Seattle because you really then don't have to leave West Seattle.
Yeah.
Like, you really can stay here and do everything you could ever want to do without feeling like you need to go downtown to have that whole vibe.
Or
of
in
the
having
city.
downtown be more of a, instead of I have to go down there to do all this, it's like you just save it for those special times where it's like you want to go down and like do the market, or you want to go down to a museum or something. It's, since you don't have to go down there for everything, it makes it a more special treat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What other kind of fun questions do you have for us, Kristen?
I just want to see where you're going to run with that.
What's next? You guys could just talk forever.
So Malika, I'm interested. You owned small business, Lika Love. Do you think that your experience in that would help with if you guys do take West Seattle vibes and make it a business?
I definitely love talking business. I love strategizing. I love learning from the things that I've done. And I think I was just telling Megan on the way in that, when I figure out something that really works, I'm like, okay, we got to keep doing that. You got to get everyone on board, and you got to build that momentum and just keep going from there. And so I feel like I've learned a lot. I have a ton more to learn. I'm learning something new every single day. But what I've learned with being a small business is that's just part of what you do. Like, it's a constant, challenging, really cool thing that you try new things. Some things work really well. And then there's things that don't work really well. And you learn from your mistakes and you don't make them again. And you just keep building from that. But I think the top thing is not putting too much pressure on yourself to be perfect, and to just enjoy what you're doing and have fun and make sure everyone else around you is enjoying it. And I think that is really what Lika Love is and what we're building from. And the same with West Seattle Vibes. We're doing the same thing where it's we're having fun, we're going to build from it. And when we're ready to build it into a business, we'll strategize. We'll come up with what we think is going to work. I think, networking with other small businesses is a big thing to figure out what they've done, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And just putting ourselves out there in a little bit. So, I think for sure it'll all transfer.
Oh, yeah.
Over.
They're like Lika Love and West Seattle Vibes. It's like bosom buddies.
Totally bosom buddies. And it's funny because people ask, Megan's your business partner for Lika Love, right? And I'm like, well,
not officially.
She's my side, my right-hand gal, just in life.
What did we say? I'm your lady guard. It's like a bodyguard.
We've said she's my woman, body woman.
Body woman. It's like a
body
bodyguard.
woman. But we also say something that's really funny is that I work and she twerks.
That's
my favorite thing is that.
Which technically isn't quite true anymore since I'm back to work. So.
Yes. Oh, right.
Yeah.
But that was the funny thing during the summer where people are like, do you guys have jobs? You guys are always hanging out. And I'm like, yeah, we have jobs.
Yeah.
My job is working and Megan's just twerking, and when I'm with her, we twerk together.
Yeah.
And it just goes really well.
And people thought that was so funny. And they just didn't ask any further questions. It was
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, goodness.
But Lika Love is a really big part of West Seattle Vibes. When Megan and I go live from both channels and we talk about the product in the store,
so fun.
People just freak out. They're like, oh my God, I need that one thing that you guys posted about or that was on your live video. And I feel like that more so than anything else, people really freak out when we do live videos for both things. People really connect a lot to that. And so it's been really cool to see West Seattle Vibes help with Lika Love and helping me get comfortable with the live videos, even for Lika Love. I wasn't doing any live video at first for Lika Love until we started West Seattle Vibes. And the second I got comfortable with that, I was like, okay, cool. This translates for my business as well. And I've even done some cool interviewing of our vendors and the brands that we carry, and doing more live videos in our clothes and showing off the different ways of how to wear stuff or the different body types that our clothes fit. And so it's just been really awesome to have both worlds combined in such a way that I didn't even know was gonna happen. So It's been great.
Very complimentary to each other.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you have quite a few clients that come into Lika Love because of West Seattle vibes, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people for sure, when we post on the vibes about Lika Love, I'll get new followers. People will see things on West Seattle Vibes and come in and say, hey, I saw that one thing that you posted about where is it? I really want it. And last year in May was like the craziest part because we were doing Girls Night Out at Alaire. And Meghan came into the store and I wasn't even there. So I didn't even know what they were doing videos of. And when I saw stuff and people were like DMing us and showing up, they're like, I really want that one sweater. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't even seen it. I don't even know what you guys are talking
Which
about.
sweater? Ah.
Yeah. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh no, that was our fashion show sweater. Like, we're not even selling that right now, you guys. And people were like,
Vintage Lika.
no, not even vintage. It was the one where you had your arms.
Oh, yes.
People freaked out about
my
that.
God,
And I was
people
like,
did.
oh my God, you guys, I'm really sorry. Like, that's in a fashion show. I have to reserve that for this day, but give me your information. And I promise if it doesn't sell at the show, I'll have it for you.
Yeah.
I'll auction it off for
I know, seriously.
So the building of the hype is really
Oh,
what
God,
we've
people
gotten
love
better
it.
at.
Yeah.
People love it. And we love that they love it. And so basically it's just a big love fest.
Sure,
And
lots of
it
love.
couldn't be better.
There's nothing but love.
Yep.
There's tons of love.
Agreed.
So, no, are you both from West Seattle?
I am not.
I am not either, but I've lived here 17 years. So I was 20 when I moved here. And
think
so
how old I
I
was.
always say, like, yes, I'm definitely from here, but I'm from a deep north town.
Yeah, we're both from up north.
North.
I grew up in Everett, and then
I grew up in Arlington.
I definitely needed to get out of Everett and move
Yep.
to the city.
Me too.
And the West Seattle for me happened because my daughter was starting middle school, and I really wanted to find a community that her and I connected to. And a gal that she went to school with in elementary school, I was really close with her mom, and Ashanti was really close with Claire. And she was like, you guys need to move to West Seattle. And I just like didn't know anything about West Seattle, and I hadn't heard much. So I was like, what's in West Seattle? Like, I don't know about that. And she's like, just come over and like check it out. Like, I'll take you guys around the neighborhood. And we
Schools are
instantly
great.
fell in love, like so quickly. And it was one of the best decisions that I think I've ever made, was moving to West Seattle with my daughter and working at Jack's for the long extended period of time, and then starting a small business in West Seattle. I mean, the amount of loyalty and the amount of people who just want to support you is bigger than anything. I mean, it's really like so hard to fail in this neighborhood because
Yeah.
people are they just have your back.
Yep.
They're like, you're part of the community, so we're going to support you in any way that we can. And
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like such a good foundation for starting a small business.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's awesome. Yeah,
So-
I've lived here 11 years, and we kind of accidentally moved here, and we're like, I've never been. I grew up in Winville.
Yeah.
You know, been in Seattle my whole life, and
Yeah.
we're like, West Seattle, like that's way over there. And
Yeah.
you realize it's like 10 minutes from downtown.
People are like, I need a
Alki
passport
Beach,
to
maybe
get
they-
into
yeah.
West Seattle. Yeah.
How do you get over there?
still a nice little hidden secret, hidden gem.
Yes, people are figuring it out though.
Yeah.
People are figuring it out.
Yeah,
Now-
it's really cool.
I don't know how long it's going to take you to answer this question, but
Uh-oh.
what do you guys love most about West Seattle?
Oh my God, Christian, that is.
There's so many things. I love that the farmers market is now a big farmers market. Like,
Yeah.
I love how we have expanded, and there's so many cool vendors that you can sit and like walk around and check out all the cool places.
Closing the street down to
Yeah.
no cars so that families can walk freely with their kids, and they've got dogs on leash because everyone in
Fresh
West Seattle
flowers.
has a dog.
I mean,
God,
it's just.
that's one of my favorites too.
That's a big thing. I remember going to other neighborhoods.
With year
and
round
being like,
too, and the only
yeah.
other year round farmers markets are Ballard and University District.
Yeah, which
in
I
West
feel
Seattle.
like we're a lot like Ballard, which
like
when we would go
Ballard's
over there,
baby
we're
little
like,
cousin.
I love Ballard's Farmer Market. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
when I found out we were expanding ours, I was like, yay, West Seattle stepping it up a notch.
The only thing that I would like to see at West Seattle Farmers Markets is, which Ballard has, is jewelry and like soaps and
more like
crafts. Some more crafty things,
Yeah.
like handmade cool artwork, like all those little hangy yarn
Totally.
things that everyone's doing.
Yeah, they have their
That's what
own
they
little
need.
like area where you can go to get all of the handmade goods, and we have
Mm-hmm.
such amazing handmade makers in the Seattle area that hand make beautiful things.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's a big thing. What else
do we love? A lot of the new restaurants and a lot of the old restaurants.
Ricolto, I'm obsessed with.
We love Ricolto. We love the hamachi crudo there.
Oh my
they
gosh.
almost
Their
always
food
have.
just like blows me away every single time.
Yeah,
I
we
go.
love all of Mark Fuller's restaurants.
Supreme is top. It was New Look Toy, and now I'm like, Supreme, I'm coming for you.
Oh my gosh, so
their
good.
pizza slices are so
La
good. And the
Ono.
vibe in there is awesome.
Yep.
I love that we're surrounded by so many women business owners. I don't know if everyone's aware, but because I'm a small business owner and I'm a woman, I really love to connect with women, and I feel like it's my place to support every woman business owner, every business owner, but I just have this special place for women. And when I think about it and like putting together meet and greets and like getting all these women together, I mean, there's like 60 people on my list that I invite when I'm like, hey, let's all just get together and talk about our businesses and share ideas and just be together. And I'm amazed by how many successful women business owners we have in West Seattle.
And we want to keep supporting them in a way that is really useful in this time where women are, I mean, sorry to the guys, but it's like you kind of had your time a little bit. I said that last night to my husband. I felt so bad. But you guys did in the way of like women business owners in the way of small neighborhood.
Well, yeah, when you think about who's kind of at the top of West Seattle, I mean, it's like time for the new like West Seattle vibes to slip in a little bit and like help spread the word in a different kind of fun, outgoing, live kind of way. But yeah, it's our time.
It is our time.
You just described everything we're doing right
Yeah, it's true. Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, I think West Seattle is a special neighborhood, and
it needs to be treated as such.
Yeah, but I think, the cool thing is going into all these small little businesses, and they remember your name, and they remember what you drink, and they remember personal things about you. And I remember even bartending at Jack's. Like, that was my thing. Like, I really wanted to make sure that I remembered everyone, and I made such good connections.
You did.
Serving booze to people and, getting them a little bit tipsy. That was my job. And people still remember that. I mean, 12 years later, it is still a thing. And I think that's what's special about our community is that people want to know your name.
Yep.
They want to know your story. But it's not like they want to know your story and they forget about it. They want to know your story, and then they remember these small things that you forget that you even shared with them, and they bring it up when they see you, and they look at you, and they say hello, and how are you? How's your daughter? How's this? How's that? You know? And it's like this amazing thing that you don't get in every other neighborhood.
It's so true.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe of it all. And we just want to spread positivity, which I think is a little bit different than some of the other publications or platforms in West Seattle. We don't have any bad news. Of course, there's bad news going on in the neighborhood, of course, but we have other platforms to deliver all of the news style stuff going on in West Seattle, and we're just delivering the vibey stuff.
You're much more lifestyle, not news. So.
Yeah.
Such a lifestyle.
We dabble in news. I'd like to get slightly more involved in some local West Seattle politics. I don't know what
the chambers are good because they got
starting point.
Well, they got their thumb on it. I mean, they got a whole committee that's like they've got a seat at the table for a lot of the stuff going on.
Cool.
With that, so
the chamber after Thursday, going to the Queen Anne chamber meeting and then coming to the West Seattle one, I was like, this is cool. Yeah. Like, if I'm gonna get out of my house and not work, this is all I want to really be doing is networking with other business owners who are enthusiastic and want to take a business card and want to talk about your business. Like, it was just such a cool thing. I had so much momentum after leaving the events, and I was like, okay, this is something I need to dedicate one day a month to and make sure that I am doing all these things for the same reasons as why I started, which was to network and talk about other people's businesses and go and support small businesses. And just the whole of you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours kind of thing. And so it was a really awesome Thursday.
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce.
It was special.
Yeah, well, the one, I think this last Thursday was especially special because, it was hosted by Seatown Real Estate.
Yes,
it was
so much
especially.
fun.
We felt so. I saved my sticker with my Meghan Reese West Seattle vibes, and it had the G as a guest, and I just felt so cool to walk in and have my own sticker. So thank you, Christian, for inviting
Yeah, thanks for
us.
hosting.
Cocktails and homemade appetizers.
Yes!
Those Manhattans were a game changer.
The apps were killer good too. Yeah,
it was fun.
Popping apps,
and
all
such a good
night.
place to host. I mean, this is such an amazing space. There's
and we
like
just
all
love
the
the
little
Admiral.
nooks in here. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
All right, so imagine this.
Yes.
You've got your bestie coming in from out of town.
Oh, yeah.
Never been to Seattle. You have a weekend. What's on your itinerary? Where do you take them?
Are we talking West Seattle or just Seattle?
Seattle.
And period.
Yep,
So
Seattle,
my
period.
favorite place right now is Pioneer Square, Occidental Avenue, and then First Avenue. There are the coolest little shops, like E. Smith Mercantile.
Oh, love.
Have to go to. My friends were just here from Colorado, and I took them to Pioneer Square, and they almost lost their minds.
Yeah.
There was like, what is this neighborhood? What are these restaurants? What is this E. Smith Mercantile?
10 years ago, the Pioneer Square was like
scary.
shady, dicey.
Yeah.
You can't just go walking around.
No,
by
lots of
yourself
homeless
down there.
people down there for sure.
Yeah,
but it's
and just
changed.
other violence. Yeah, it's so now it's like
beautiful.
bougie. What's the new Mexican place there? That you love?
Oh no, I'm obsessed with it. You guys, I have to remember the name.
I will say this.
my goodness.
Our old favorite shoe shop that used to be in West
Yep.
Seattle, Clementine,
Yep.
is now down there right next door to London Plain.
Which we love.
London
London Plain is
Valoria.
gorgeous. Love Valoria. Shoe. Oh my
so
god.
Pioneer
you guys,
Square,
I have to figure out
around
the
through
name.
Pioneer Square with lunch involved would be on our list for sure.
Absolutely,
Now, is
100%.
the shopping before or after the underground tour? Did you guys do that?
Oh,
I
It's
don't
a little touristy, but
know.
it's kind of fun.
You know,
I
I've
know.
had people who have done it and really loved it, but they also like the whole idea of seeing a ghost, and I just don't.
I just think the
And
history's
rats.
cool. I mean,
The
whole
history.
city's
Oh, yeah, the
Yes,
history is
of
so
course. Yes, everyone who's, you want to
Yeah.
learn about the history. I think when I go to other cities, I want to know about their history. So doing any sort of like touristy thing like that, I think is awesome. You get to learn more about the place that you're visiting.
I'd be down for underground tour, but more so even than that, just like a 3 or 4 stop like Pike Place Market food tour or something
Yeah,
like that.
totally.
I'd be more
Pike Place
down
is
for like
a
walking
great
tours like
place.
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh totally. Yeah, walking tours are the coolest. And they've got their little flags and their little microphones and yeah, it's pretty cute.
But yeah, you're right. Like Pike Place Fish.
Oh,
obviously
well,
is
let's-
it.
Yes,
not
I-
forget.
Can't forget where you get to go and catch a fish.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
brought my cousin who was here from New Orleans, and we went and saw her husband Ryan Reese down at Pike Place Fish, and
Yes.
Why?
he
What-
let
What does he do down there?
Why what do
tell us more.
my darling husband
Yes,
works at
your
Pike Place
honey
Fish
has-
Market, and so if you're ever down there, there's 5 Ryans that work down there. So ask for Ryan Reese.
Yep.
And
He'll take really good
point
care
you
of
in all
you.
the right directions.
He does.
He always does.
Yeah, and my cousin got to catch a fish, and he still talks about it 5
Yeah.
years later. Like, it really changed his life because you see it on television, and when you actually get to experience it up close and personal,
Yes.
and the guys have this energy
Oh.
that you're just like, oh my god, this is so cool. They're like chanting and like saying all these like cool things to each other,
A
and
true
then you're like,
old school brotherhood.
yeah, that's a really good place to go if
Yeah.
you're visiting. Gosh, what else? Oh, there's a rooftop deck. Oh my god, you
The
guys.
Thompson.
The Thompson's amazing. Frolic.
Frolic.
is a really cool outdoor place downtown that you should for sure go to. They have outside games. They have outside fire pit. They have all these cool little like nooks to sit in. The drinks are good. It's
yeah.
a great view. Yeah, that's like a cool place to go if you're
I
visiting.
think you guys should write this all down. For
Sure.
those of us
I
who, aren't as
We need to come up with
Oh,
a
of
famous
course.
list where things pop on and pop off, but a list would be really a cool thing for
Yep.
us to come up with our faves.
Even the things in West Seattle, we tend to get kind of stuck in our
Absolutely.
routine of the
Of
same
course.
places.
Oh, yeah.
We are all creatures of habit.
So true.
100%. I'm even a creature of habit when I'm cooking. I'm like,
Oh,
oh my god, I'm so
absolutely.
bored with food.
Cook the same 5
We
things
just,
over and
yeah,
over again.
totally. So I think even me following other like food bloggers or
Oh, yeah.
people who are chefs and they post everything on their Instagram, I love it because I'm like, give me some ideas
Yeah.
of some new recipes to make so that I can love eating again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love eating.
We
eat.
like to be around town.
I'm just saying, like, you just want to like try cool new things. But we would love to do. So we talked about picking our top 5 places to go so that we can post it on our Instagram page, and then we would show everyone on West Seattle Vibes, like, here's our top 5 places and here's why, and like every week go to a new place and feature that on our West Seattle Vibes page.
Yeah.
So,
Great idea.
Well,
this is like a good start.
It's such a great start. We also feel like we could, there could be a place for us to start maybe interviewing some business owners.
Yeah.
People love to hear the story of how a business got started.
Sure.
It's like
Almost like something like this.
it's almost kind of like something like
it's
this.
like the podcast that we're doing right now.
That's what got my attention when I met you at the chamber event. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, what you're doing is right in line with what I'm doing.
It
podcast.
is.
It's just a different medium. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way we could partner on.
Oh, absolutely.
Enhancing West
This is
Seattle.
the beginnings of a good partnership.
Yeah, the 3 of us sitting down and doing like interviews would be a
is cool.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would be so down.
Oh, God, me too. We have a lot to say. Obviously, you can, just tell that we like to shine our light out. I will also say, there's not to change the subject by any means, but a big part of what we love to do with West Seattle Vibes is help our philanthropic.
Who
Sorry.
can even say that word?
So-
Philanthropic?
Philanthropic.
Try to have a Manhattan and then say that word.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what I want everyone to do. Philanthropic.
We have several companies, nonprofits in the neighborhood that we love to support.
So many.
West Side Baby being one of them. The West Seattle Helpline. The West Seattle Clothesline, which is a new, I think, side project of the Helpline.
Yep.
Clothes drive kind of thing. And then, of course, West Seattle Food Bank.
Yeah, and Mary's Place just recently moved to West Seattle. So there's a
lot.
And I think the community always wants to back any sort of charity. So anytime you're doing anything where you're giving back, the neighborhood really comes together and wants to support in any way that they can. So.
We encourage all of our followers to, if you know of anything going on that has to do with any of those or any other philanthropic businesses, please reach out to us, because we like to even if it just is an Instagram story with a tag of another Instagram of, if somebody ends up donating money to a business because they heard about it through us, that is our dream. Like it's huge.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
I think that's how you keep moving, is to know that you're working really hard, but that you can also give back to people who are less fortunate. It's so fulfilling and rewarding to be able to do that. And anytime that we can help with a drive or help
just bring awareness to a drive.
Yeah, any of it is just
love
that's
it.
all we could ever want to do.
So feel free to reach out, everybody.
Yeah.
Slip into our DM.
Yep.
Given those plugs to those nonprofits, I will also do so.
Yes,
Please do, Christian.
So like a year ago, December, I interviewed Nancy with West Side Baby
Yes.
on the podcast, and Chris with the West Seattle Helpline. And,
Yes.
There's some great nonprofits in the area. But,
Yep.
And then I don't recall if you gals were there when I made the announcement at the West Seattle Chamber, but the community partnership program.
So excited for you.
That we piloted with Nancy and West Side Baby. So just kind of the beginning of when we get clients that hear about us through and mention West Side Baby or another nonprofit that we partner with. We give 25% back of our commissions from a home sale. So
that's huge.
We're trying to do more stuff like that can make a bigger impact with great nonprofits in the area. So
such a big deal.
Well,
congratulations.
if we can help getting that, it's congratulations. If we can help in any way of getting that word out, you just let us know, because we love to help in any
We're
way
here
that
for
we
you.
can.
Sure.
Yep.
We're here for you.
Well, as we wrap up here, do you guys have a piece of parting guidance or words of wisdom?
Oh God, I feel like I've just been rambling, but
no,
you
this
first,
has been
Fred.
great.
It's your chance to hone in on that.
Well, I guess I would like to take a moment to thank my friend Malika for being in this partnership with me and always allowing me to live my truth and to be live authentically through this platform that we've been given. And so thank you for just being.
Don't make me tear up. Oh God. gosh. Just love you so much.
And, it's... I'm like speechless as to how much progress that we've made, and I'm excited for the future, and I am just so happy to be alongside you in this journey.
Absolutely. I will say that Meghan and I have gotten so close doing this together, and I think we were both a little bit hesitant in the beginning because we're like, well, we don't want to ruin our friendship.
Right.
We don't want anything to come in between
Nothing.
us. And a year later, it's brought us so close together, and I just want everyone out there to know, no matter what you're doing, having someone by your side that you trust, that has your back 110%. Like, having Meghan in my life is such a big thing because it helps keep me like grounded and not working too much and remembering to take time for myself or with my girlfriend that I love. And it's really cool seeing other people that watch us that are like, I wish I had that, and I wish I had that friendship. And it really is something
you can
that
find it.
and it's something that I wish for everyone. I mean, honestly, to have someone where you can just have an outlet no matter what you're doing in your life that you have such a good time with and that you enjoy just keeps you moving.
Yep.
So
positive
thank
vibes.
You for Red.
Oh, it's just so good. And of course, Christian, we just cannot thank you enough for inviting us to do this.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah,
and if you ever wanted to do another one of these, another podcast, and maybe just focus on like, I could talk real estate all day long. Commercial, residential. I've never been in the industry. I don't plan on being in the industry anytime soon, but boy, do I love to talk about it.
I love that. That's
so if you want to ever talk real estate, I love to just come in here and woo,
chat it up.
Yeah.
For sure. So what's the best way for our listeners to find out more about you? What's your Instagram handle?
For me, well, both of us, West Seattle Vibes is our Instagram handle. And then if you want to follow Lika Love, it's Lika Love Fashion. Or Facebook, website, likalove.com.
Yep. We are open to hearing about if you know of anything cool going on in the neighborhood. Please feel free to first follow us on at West Seattle Vibes
first
on Instagram,
foremost.
And then feel free to DM us with any information about the neighborhood that you may have. And if you see us on the streets, please come say hello.
Yes, we're very friendly, and it makes our day when someone's like, "Oh, you're the West Seattle Vibe Girls," and we're like, "Yeah, we are."
Yeah, we are. Also, I'm at the Nook on Friday and Saturday nights too.
Oh yeah!
So that's
excited.
been fun. Yeah, just helping those guys.
It's so
we love them.
good.
We love it. We love it
so
much.
good.
Sorry,
phone.
yeah. Oh no. That's.
Yeah,
That's
super
kind of-
easy if you're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the easiest way to follow.
Oh, you can also
us.
email us at westseattlevibes@gmail.com.
Oh, yes. Yes,
In case
definitely.
you aren't dabbling in Instagram, which there are plenty of people that are not. So,
I'm always surprised. I'm like,
okay.
get your hands on
like-
Instagram.
like, when you decide, just go ahead
when
and
you're
start
ready.
out with.
When you're ready.
Yeah, we're like a good, like, if someone's just gonna follow like 10 people and then those 9 people are their friends, just slip West Seattle Vibes in
And
there.
put a photo, everyone.
Yeah.
The profiles without a picture freak me
No posts yet?
out.
That's what it says.
Like,
No
at
posts
least-
yet? You're like, no, come on now.
At least have a profile picture.
Yeah.
That's my one word of advice to you guys.
And shine your light out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the best way you know how.
Yep.
It is definitely frightening and
In your own true way.
intimidating. But
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Meghan and Malika, for being on here and for highlighting West Seattle Vibes and
Thank
Lika
you.
Love. It's been so much fun having you on.
Thank you so much, Christian.
So awesome.
All right, until next time.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
That wraps up this week's episode of the C-Town Podcast. Make sure to check out our guest website, pay them a visit, and help spread the word about what they're doing. If you have any questions, know someone who should be a guest on here, or has a story worth sharing, email me at christianharris@ctown.com. That's SEA-town.com. I would also be honored if you could go to iTunes and give us a review and a nice 5-star rating. We work hard to bring on great guests and provide exceptional content, and getting a review from you is one way to help the podcast rank well in iTunes so others can find and enjoy the show as well. You can also find out more about me, how my real estate brokerage and our unconventional approach can help you with your Seattle area real estate needs, or other projects I'm working on by visiting ctown.com, SEA-town.com. Today's intro and outro music is courtesy of the Fascination Movement. You can find their albums in the iTunes Store. The Seatown Podcast creator and host is Christian Harris. You can listen to more episodes and find all our show notes on our website at seatownpodcast.com. That's sea-townpodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you in a week for our next episode. This has been a Seatown Media production.